Hey y'all, here's how to make sweet little chickadee birds out of wood slices. I'm using a piece of scrap wood that I stained in dark walnut by Minwax. I ordered this bulk pack of wood slices from Amazon. They're around 2 to 3 inches, and I picked out one that was smaller for the head and one that was a little bit bigger for the body. At first, I painted the heads halfway with white paint and just left the portions blank that I knew I was going to paint a different color later on. You could paint them fully white and just paint over what's needed later to make this step a little bit easier, but it's all in your preference. Now that I have them painted as much as I want them to be, I'm going to start gluing them down. So I glue the head down first and then overlap the body just a little bit. And now that I have them all glued down, we're going to make the little beaks for our chickadees. So I'm using a stick from my yard, and this is exactly why my scissors are dull, because I'm always using them for things they're not meant to be used for. But I'm just piecing those little tiny twigs in to form a little beak. So I'm just gluing a longer piece on the bottom and then gluing a smaller piece right on top to try to create a little beak for him. But honestly, it looks a lot better if you're able to find a little piece like this off of a twig and to create a little point for the beak. I just think this one ended up looking a lot better because of that. So if you're able to find a little piece like that, I do think that makes it look a little bit better, but these look cute as well, so it just all depends on what type of little sticks you have in your yard. So now we're going to add the little details to our chickadees. So I'm starting with my black paint and just trying to paint on their little caps on top of their head. So I'm doing a little angle down that kind of meets where their beak is and do a little portion on their chin. And to finish off his head, I'm just kind of rounding that off to the back side, just leaving that little swoop down in the front that goes to his beak. And I do dry brush on some black on his body that I plan to blend in a little bit later with some white. So now I'm just going to finish adding the black to the rest of my little chickadees. So you'll see this one's a little bit different. I made his little cap a little bit thicker this time. They don't have to be exactly identical. They can all be a little bit unique. So don't stress too much on them not being perfect or not looking exactly the same. So now we can add some little details to its body. So I'm using the beige color. You can use any type of beige that you have on hand for this. You can even mix it with white to lighten it up a little bit. And I want this to kind of look like its feathers to kind of blend in a little bit. So I'm just kind of flicking my paintbrush out a little bit, trying to give it a little bit of a more fuzzy look instead of a solid, defining, clean line. But again, this part does not have to be perfect. We're going to add more colors to this and blend this more anyway. But you can see those little fuzzy edges that I leave on this. They're kind of subtle. And I also forgot to add a little black part on the bottom of their chin, so I'm just adding that now for my last two. And I did not clean my paintbrush on this, y'all. I'm just taking a little bit of white and just trying to blend that into the back portion of my little chickadee, because this part you kind of want to make it a little bit gray. So I have a little bit of white, a little bit of black mixed in there, and now I'm just mixing in a little bit of tan and white together to try to blend out the little tan portion a little more, just to soften that a little bit. But you don't want to be solid with any of this, just dry brush it on so that it gives it some texture. So I was trying to figure out how I wanted to add in a kind of a realistic little tail for our birds, so I decided to use some burlap for this part. This first one doesn't look as great, but the second two looks a little bit better. It kind of looks like the wing, honestly, but I just wanted to give it more of a three-dimensional look. And just to blend that in with its little back, I'm mixing in some gray and white and just brushing over my burlap with that. And I'm using a white paint pen to do a little dot for its little eye, and I place that right in the little swoop of where we did the black on its head. And I'm also using my paint pen just to add some little minor details to its feathers, just drawing some little lines just to break that up a little bit and give it a little bit of texture. If you don't have a paint pen though, you can just use the dry brushing technique. And now I'm just going to use some sticks from my yard again just to make some little branches that our little chickadees are sitting on. And I just broke those pieces of sticks to the size that I needed to glue them directly onto my board and just added one for each of my little chickadees to sit on. And this is a minor detail that I just wanted to fix. I wanted their eyes a little bit smaller, so I just went around them with my black paint pen. I just think they look a lot cuter this way. And I'm just adding some faint little lines with my black paint pen just to add some little minor details like we did with the white. Now for my greenery, I'm using real dry juniper that I had hanging up in my craft room. I will have a full tutorial up later this week showing you 3 ways you can dry and preserve your own evergreens, so be on the lookout for that video soon. So I'm just gluing in little pieces of my dry juniper onto the twig that my little chickadee is sitting on. I just love using natural elements like this, y'all. I love the cozy rustic look that it gives. So I always try to find a way to incorporate that into my crafts and into my home decor that I make and share with y'all. So here's a close-up on my board, and you'll see the close-up on my little chickadees. So you'll see they're not perfect, but they're so cute. I think they turned out adorable. I always have these sweet little birds visit me every year, so I had to create a little sign inspired by them. I'll show you a little clip of them on their bird feeder. We recently got some snow here in Southern Virginia, so I was able to get this beautiful shot of the sweet little sign out in the snow. But I really hope you all enjoyed this video. I know this craft is a little bit uncommon, so it probably won't be searched very much, but I still wanted to share the sweet little craft with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video.